Dear all, welcome. Welcome to Qutub Shahi Dynasty through PowerPoint presentation. Let us start. Bahmani Dynasty. Bahmani Dynasty and capital of Bahmani Dynasty was Gulbarga. Gulbarga located in Karnataka. Alauddin Hasan Gangu. Alauddin Hasan Gangu was the founder of Bahmani Dynasty. And he worked as chief officer under Delhi Sultans. In 1347, Alauddin Hasan Gangu ruled Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, and he declared independence. And finally, this Bahmani dynasty was divided into 5 kingdoms. Let us see what are those 5 kingdoms. Now, these are the 5 emerged kingdoms. What are those? Bidar, Berar, Ahmednagar, Golconda, Bijapur. Once again, Bidar, Berar, Ahmednagar, Golconda and Bijapur. Now we will see who ruled these 5 kingdoms. Barid Shah. Bidar was ruled by Barid Shah. Berar, Imad Shah. Ahmednagar, Nizam Shah, and our Golconda was ruled by Quli Qutub Shah or Sultan Quli. Finally, Bijapur by Adil Shah. So, these are the very important kingdoms. Now, archaeological sources for Bahmani dynasty starts with Warangal inscription. Warangal inscription by Shitab Khan. It tells about the restoration of Hindu temples in that particular region. Next, Badshahi Ashtukana. Badshahi Ashtukana was laid by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. Next, Gazinagar inscription. Gazinagar inscription by Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah. Next, Mian Mishk inscription. It was laid by Abul Hasan Thani Shah, and this Mian Mishk inscription describes about the revenue and expenditure of the mosque. Dar al-Shifa inscription by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, and it tells us that Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah built a Unani hospital and a mosque. Next, Vilasa copper plate inscription. It's in East Godavari district near Amlapuram. And Vilasa copper plate inscription by Musnuri Prolaya Nayaka, and it describes about the destruction of various temples by Muslim soldiers. Next, Polavaram epigraph. Polavaram epigraph by Musnuri Kapaya Nayaka, and also deals with the same information as a Vilasa copper plate inscription, that the destruction of various temples by Muslim soldiers. And last one is Kalvacheru inscription. Kalvacheru inscription by Anitalli, and Anitalli was the wife of Veerabhadra Reddy. Anitalli, wife of Veerabhadra Reddy, and this Kalvacheru inscription gives a very clear picture of the destruction of various temples by Muslim soldiers in Telugu country. Okay, next one. Literary works in Persian and Arabic languages. Kajianul Futuh Nusifar, written by Amir Khusru. And this Kajianul Futuh Nusifar, this work gives a clear picture of political situation of Deccan. Tariq-i Ferishta. Tariq-i Ferishta or Gulshan-e-Ibrahim. This work, this Tariq-i Ferishta, was written by Muhammad Qasim Ferishta, and it gives detailed picture about political history of Qutub Shahis and Deccan. Next, Tariq-i Qutub Shahi. Tariq-i Qutub Shahi was written by an unknown historian. So we don't know who wrote this Tariq-i Qutub Shahi, but this work describes the general history of Qutub Shahis and Deccan. Tariq-i-Feroz Shahi. Tariq-i-Feroz Shahi was written by Ziauddin Barani. And this Tariq-i-Feroz Shahi describes the general history of Delhi Sultans from slave rulers to Tughlaqs. And Burhani Masir. Burhani Masir was written by Syed Ali Tabatabai. Let us see Telugu works. Tapati Samvaranopakyam. Tapati Samvaranopakyam was written by Addanki Gangadhar Kavi, and this book describes us about the Ibrahim Qutub Shahi's period and their social life, their marriage system, customs, culture, everything was described in that book. Next, Yayati Charitra. Yayati Charitra by Ponnaganti Telaganacharya, and it gives the information about the social life of that age. Next, Kukutsa Vijayam. Kukutsa Vijayam by Matla Ananda Bhupala. Kukutsa Vijayamu by Matla Ananda Bhupala. Vaijayanti Vilasam. Vaijayanti Vilasam was written by Sarangam Tammaya, and Tammaya was the Karanam of Golconda. Vaijayanti Vilasam by Saranga Tammaya. Next, Sugriva Vijayam and Nirankushopakyanam. Sugriva Vijayam and Nirankushopakyanam written by Kandukuri Rudrakavi. And in this, social evils like polygamy are described. All the social evils are portrayed and described in this Sugriva Vijayam and Nirankushopakyanam. Next, Dasharatha Rajanandana. Dasharatha Rajanandana was a book written by Mariganti Singaracharya. Dasharatha Rajanandana by Mariganti Singaracharya. Rajanidhi Ratnakaram. Rajanidhi Ratnakaram by Krishnaya Matya. Rajanidhi Ratnakaram by Krishnaya Matya. Next, Dasharathi Satakam. Dasharathi Satakam was written by Kancharla Gopanna. We all know that Kancharla Gopanna, also known as Bhakta Ramadas, and it tells about the period of and about the time of Abul Hasan's Tanisha. Abul Hasan Tanisha. Dasharathi Satakam by Kancharla Gopanna. Next one, Shuka Saptati. Shuka Saptati was written by Palavekari Kadripati. Shuka Saptati was written by Palavekari Kadripati. And in this book, later Qutub Shahi's age we can see. And it gives a vivid description of the socio-economic and religious life of the people. Shuka Saptati tells us about the socio-economic and religious life of those people. Next, Hamsa Vimshati. Hamsa Vimshati was written by Ayal Raju Narayana Matya. Hamsa Vimshati was written by Ayal Raju Narayana Matya. And this book also gives the same information as Shuka Saptati. Here Shuka Saptati and Hamsa Vimshati, both the books is giving us the same information. Let us see the chronological order of Qutub Shahi rulers. It is very important to know about the kings and their period of time. Let us start with Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk. The Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk, who ruled from 1512 to 1543. After Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk, Jamshid came. Jamshid Quli Qutb Shah's period was 1543 to 1550. After Jamshid, Subhan came. Subhan Quli Qutb Shah. Subhan Quli Qutb Shah ruled for a very short period, that was 7 months in 1550. Next important ruler was Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah. Ibrahim ruled from 1550 to 1580. Next, Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. He ruled from 1580 to 1612. Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah 1580 to 1612. Next, Sultan Muhammad Qutub Shah. Sultan Muhammad Qutub Shah 1612 to 1626. Sultan Muhammad Qutub Shah 1612 to 1626. Next, Abdullah Qutub Shah. Abdullah Qutub Shah's period was 1626 to 1672. Abdullah Qutub Shah's period 1626 to 1672. The last ruler, Abul Hasan Tanasha. Abul Hasan Tanasha's period 1672 to 1687. Abul Hasan Tanasha 1672 to 1687. These are the chronological order of Qutub Shahi rulers. Yeah, we came to the end of this presentation, and let us see the period of Qutub Shahis. And Qutub Shahi's period from 1518 to 1687, and we all know capital Golconda, Hyderabad. Spoken languages were Persian, Telugu and Deccani Urdu, and their religion Shia Islam, government monarchy. Thank you. Good luck to you all, my dear. Hello friends, welcome to Qutub Shahi dynasty through PowerPoint presentation. In this, we are going to discuss about the rulers of Qutub Shahi dynasty. Those are Sultan Quli Qutub ul Mulk, Jamshid Quli Qutub Shah, Subhan Quli Qutub Shah and Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah. First, Sultan Quli Qutub ul Mulk. Quli Qutub ul Mulk, popularly known in history as Sultan Quli Qutub ul Mulk, founded the independent Qutub Shahi kingdom in the year 1518 at the age of 67. His ancestors hails from Hamdan in southern Iran in Central Asia. They belong to Turkamas tribe of Karakainlu. His parents, Sher Quli and Malik Swaleh. He, along with his uncle Ali Quli, reached Gulbarga during the period of Bahmani Sultan Muhammad Shah with an intention of establishing horse trade relations with the Bahmani Sultan Muhammad Shah. After the execution of Muhammad Gawan in 1481, Sultan Shihabuddin Muhammad was an incapable king. Thus, Shihabuddin Muhammad came into throne. The Sultan was very much impressed with the abilities of Quli and honored him with the title of Qutub ul Mulk and also appointed as the Tarafdar of Telangana in the year 1492. In the year 1492, he was appointed as the Tarafdar of Telangana. 1492 to 1518. 1492 to 1518, he acted as the governor of Golconda Fort. After the death of Sultan, Quli Qutub ul Mulk declared his independence. Sultan Quli Qutub ul Mulk was a contemporary of Saluva Narasimharaya and Sri Krishna Devaraya. Sultan Quli Qutub ul Mulk was a contemporary of Saluva Narasimharaya and Sri Krishna Devaraya. He also made an attack on coastal Andhra to conquer Gajapati territories. The Gajapati officer at Warangal, Sitapati or Shitab Khan, was defeated by him in the Battle of Kamametta, also known as Khammam. People used to call him as Bade Malik. People used to call Sultan Quli as Bade Malik. Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk. He built a new city called Muhammadnagar. Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk extended his territories from Kohir, Warangal, Nalgonda to Masulipattnam in coastal Andhra. At the age of 99, he was murdered by his son Jamshid and Hamdani. Hamdani was Jamshid's friend. Jamshid and Hamdani both killed Sultan Quli Qutb ul Mulk. Jamshid Quli Qutb Shah and Subhan Quli Qutb Shah. Firstly, Jamshid Quli Qutb Shah from 1543 to 1550. During his period, the kings of Ahmednagar, Bijapur and Vijayanagara attacked Golconda. His capable minister Kamaluddin Ardistani, also known as Mustafa Khan. The posts of Vakil, Peshwa, Mir Jumla were created for the first time during Jamshid's period. Jamshid died with cancer in the year 1550. Next, Subhan Quli Qutb Shah in the year 1550. Subhan Quli Qutb Shah was just 7 years old when he became Sultan of Golconda after the death of his father Jamshid Quli Qutb Shah in 1550. Saif Khan, also known as Ainul Mulk, and he was sent from Ahmednagar to perform the duties of regent during the boy's development. But Jamshid's younger brother Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah returned from Vijayanagara to Golconda and ascended the throne. Subhan was deposed and he was murdered in the same year. Now, Harun Khan Sherwani. Harun Khan Sherwani was a historian, and Harun Khan Sherwani, in his work History of the Qutb Shahi Dynasty, which was published in 1974, he described the reign of Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah as the kingdom at its height. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah was the youngest son of Sultan Quli Qutb Shah. In Sultan Quli's period, Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah acted as a governor of Devarkonda. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah escaped to Vijayanagara during the political turmoil of his brother Jamshid Quli. He received shelter at Vijayanagara court under Aliya Ram Raya. Aliya Ram Raya was the prime minister of Vijayanagara kingdom, and Sadashivaraya was emperor of Vijayanagara kingdom. After the death of Jamshid, Ibrahim reached Golconda in July 1550 and ascended the throne. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah was the contemporary of Akbar the Great, ruler of Mughal dynasty. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah played a significant role in the unification of Deccani Sultans against Vijayanagara army in the Battle of Rakshasa Thangadi that changed the fortunes of Golconda. And the Battle of Rakshasa Thangadi was in 1565. Rakshasa Thangadi, 1565. Now, Rakshasa Thangadi War. Rakshasa Thangadi War. This is also called Banihatti War and Battle of Talikota. Battle of Talikota, confrontation in the Deccan region of southern India between the forces of the Hindu Raja of Vijayanagara and the four allied Muslim sultans of Bijapur, Bidar, Ahmednagar and Golconda. The battle was fought on January 23, 1565. The battle took place at Talikota, today a town in northern Karnataka. At the time of Talikota battle, Sadashivaraya was the ruler of Vijayanagara kingdom, but he was a puppet ruler. The real power was exercised by his minister Ramaraya. He tried to crush the power of Deccan Sultanates by creating differences among them. However, the Deccan Sultanates got a hint of his plan and formed an alliance against Vijayanagara kingdom. Soon, they attacked the Vijayanagara, looted, destroyed everything after entering into the capital. Ibrahim's Minister of War Mustafa Khan and officials Amir Shah, Muhammad Anju and Hussein Beg played a key role in strengthening the army. Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah's general Mustafa Khan suppressed the revolt of Jagdev Rao. Ibrahim was an excellent scholar in Persian and Urdu, and he also patronized many Telugu poets and scholars such as Kandukuri Rudrakavi, Addanki Gangadhar Kavi and Ponaganti Teleganacharya. Kandukuri Rudrakavi famous works are Nirankusopakyanam and Sugriva Vijayam. Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah donated a village called Rentachintala to Kandukuri Rudrakavi. Now, Addanki Gangadhar Kavi, his work Tapati Samvaranopakyanam. Addanki Gangadhar Kavi famous work Tapati Samvaranopakyanam. And Ponaganti Teleganacharya is famous for his Yayati Charitra. Yayati Charitra was written by Ponaganti Teleganacharya. Now, Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah was praised by scholars as Malki Bharama, and he died in the year 1580. Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah built many lakes and tanks: Hussain Sagar Lake, Ibrahim Patnam Tank and Purana Pool, built in 1578. Purana Pool is the first bridge ever constructed in Hyderabad. And we will discuss about remaining kings in the next presentation. Thank you. All the best for you all. Thank you.